sure that her baby boy, she heard his voice. Make sure he's on the road. He's doing it. And she's been a praying mama from day one with all of us. Because at the first beginning, it was just us. It was those y'all see at this table, right? It was just us. And then, of course, we came along, but it was just us. And I just want to thank you, Mom, because you gave me a rock of support. And I'm getting to my wife because she's that too. I'm getting there. But I'm going to talk about you for it. But anyway, I want to just make sure you understand I can give you your flowers while you live and you live. I want to make sure you're part of everything in our growth, what we have done. My wife and I are trying to build this business. We want to make sure we gave back to at least parents and our siblings, whatever we can do, as well as our employees. But you always encourage that. You always told us, look out for others as well as yourself. You hated a selfish person. You used to tell us that all the time. And that is still in us to this day. And it definitely ministered to us. So I just want to say thank you one day. And to my sister, you are right. You said it was. You are still my best friend. That's my life right there, but you the best friend. Oh. I never stopped being a best friend. And I remember you had a problem. But again, you couldn't give me what you could give me. Anyway, I just want to, because I want to go around the room, I really do, so give me a minute, because everybody's room has been a contributing factor. So I want to go with you, team, and I just want to say thank you, and I remember paying it forward when I was young in high school. You always treated me like the second mother. You made sure that I had what I needed. Although Mama did too, she was there for me. So anyway, I did, and I showed you, and it being a little brother that can help and did anything I can do for you. I just want to say to my brother that he gonna tell the whole world that he's my brother. He the oldest brother, and he the only brother. That's the inside joke right here. Now Lyle is my brother, right? Oh man, one day y'all, my son, he was playing football, and I said, and they called him Uncle Lyle. So he said, I said, yeah man, your uncle's gonna be here, and then Marvin said, both of them. He said, I'm the real uncle. Let's go let us know. So that's why that's what he said. But my brother, I've always looked up to him the way he looks up to me now. And he filled a void that was not a void when Dad, the biological dad, left or deceased. And I just want to tell you, Greg, I really love you because you was my hero when we were in high school. I never got to fulfill my true potential of the athlete my brother was. And it's not because I didn't have the ability. I didn't have the discipline yet. I was that kid. And I'm just telling you, but I admired him so much. He was focused when he did anything from bodybuilding all the way down to anything he chose to do. He did his best. And he showed me that, believe it or not, it all comes together because he showed me that as well. If I'm going to do something, do my best, but it's in different avenues. He just showing me a different way. So all I had to hear about what he done, what he did and what he done, which I was proud of, but we never envied one another. But I was just proud of him, of his success and what he has done. And my heart go out to him because his children's not here to accept and see this with us. But in the same token, I just want to tell you, because I never know if I never get another opportunity to tell you, you gonna always be my brother, man. My first and only. Now you coming here, but you know, my only brother. And man, you pray, you get spiritual, you call me. You want to make sure I'm all right. You want to make sure Donovan's all right. You don't only just care for me, and I'm talking to all of y'all. Y'all always involve Donovan in everything. Y'all always say, where Donovan is? Is she all right? Anything she want to do, make sure Donovan's all right. Y'all teacher showed me and told me that from day one. I want to just say, brother, I thank you. And Tina, sister-in-law, thank you for your support, Kay. Thank you, because I know you at this one, yes. So I just want to say thank you, Tina. You always been encouraging me. You always have complimenting words. You always been there for us. You always got a word of encouragement. And to my niece, that niece back there, not there. So anyway, Kiana, you always been ahead of your time in your age, and that's what they tell me. But you did something greater and better. You succeeded and fulfilled your dream earlier than I did. And I was always proud of you to see how you got out on your own, you was doing what you needed to do, and you did, and you just was very successful in what you tried. Any job that you got, you put in, you did do good things. Work ethics, again, it's all building the message that I'm painting. The message is everybody has work ethics that I was around, even though you were younger than us. We all have work ethics. And I just want to say, kind of keep doing what you're doing. You've been rock. I just want to say thank you. Love you. James, I don't be looking up. Brother-in-law, you've been my brother-in-law for what you say, 16, not 15. 16 years. And man, you've always been encouraging. You always asking me questions. Always concerned about what we've done. You always say, brother, if you need anything, I'm just a door, a call away. And you really meant that because I called you up on it. And you showed up to show out. So I just want to say thank you for that. And thank my family in general. Now, I would also like to thank my kids. I would like to thank them. There's so much I can say, but I'm gonna start off with my motto to him, to anybody that come across my path, sooner or later you're gonna hear so much as give much. And I remember telling him when he was a young kid, because he did follow his dream of pursue athletics as his uncle. And again, but I was talking to him about life changes. Life's gonna throw you a curveball. Life's gonna do this and that. And I remember when he was little, and he said, I asked him, son, and I hope he remembers this. I said, son, you know why I expect a lot out of you? And he said, no. Well, I said, no, you gotta give me something. Do you know why I expect a lot out of you? He said, because you want me to do well, you want me to go to school, he was doing things the kids that would say and do. I said, well, that's a good answer, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Because y'all expect a lot out of me. You didn't want to wake up, nothing lights on. You didn't want to go to the first bus, nothing. So for much is given, much required. We're gonna do this together. And I say all that to say, bringing it back to the business. When he chose his own, I asked him one thing, bring your passion. Because if you don't have passion, you will not succeed. Not just in this, in life. That's what I was lacking, my niche, my passion. But when I found it, I knew that God anointed me to do it. Because, again, not getting off the subject of you, but I want to get back to you. And because I want to keep my notes, but I have the opportunity. And I want to say to Miss Lennon, we used to call you Mama Joe. I want to say for my absent mind of husband, your dad Charlie. I wish he was here. It was very important that he was going to be here. And I'm getting back to you, son. But I know he's not feeling well, and I hope he can carry on and let him know that we did thank him and we in prayer. But I did want to say, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, that man again. I was that man. 30 years ago, I was 22 years old. 22 years old, walking around Frito-Lay. Fist balled up, mad. Didn't want to listen. Then I heard a voice in the wind, and it wasn't God. And I'm serious, I'm not making this up. And he was sitting here to tell you. And now, because I just didn't want to, I didn't like taking orders that way. It was a different way, I just didn't like doing it. And I was just cutting up, man, I was cutting up. And he said, son, like that. And I'm talking to you, real low key voice, never raised his voice, never seen him raise his voice. Let me talk to you, son. Come here. He said, I need to talk to you. I said, but, no, ain't no but. And he said, what you need to understand, you're not going to change the way you think. He said, you're not going to change people's mind doing it the way you do it. That's what he brought to me. He brought that to me. He said, you're not gonna change your mind. What I'm gonna do, because I've seen you and I heard you, and you have a lot of sense, but you gonna mess around. And the kids that you talked about, because this is what he told me, and this made me grow up, son. Not only you that you came, you made me grow up with this on the job. He said, help me grow up with this. He said, I used to overhear you talking. And you always talking about your wife and your little boy, your baby one born yet. He said, you always talking about it. Now how he gonna be proud of you and you at home with him acting fool? That's what he told me. No, I'm telling y'all real, that's what he told me. He said, well, I'm gonna take you under my wing. Because you got a lot of sense, a lot of potential. They can't get you on your work ethic. That's what he told me. They told me, he said, they will never get you on your work ethic. They're gonna get you on your attitude. So I'm gonna work with you on your attitude. This 30 years ago. And every day he would see me, he would call me son. So a lot of folks in Frito Lake thought that was my dad. He would call me son. And when I signed up for this particular program, that same man saw me mature and grow up to say, you gonna change the way Frito Lake look at you. You gonna make a legacy here that nobody else gonna do. Now that's not me bragging on myself, but this is that man told me this 30, but it started winding down. We start being real close. And I remember telling him they was gonna send me to school. And then at the time, went to visit them at your place on vacation. And I remember Lillian said, son, that can be entrepreneurship for you. That's exactly what she said. And I remember her saying that to me because she said, if you just pay attention, do what they ask you to do, the schooling is free. You just go and do what you need to do. But the vision was, I already knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to leave Frito Lake. So that's what y'all was talking about earlier. So I just want to let you know, I want to say thank you for your husband in my life, your dad in my life. Now, I just want to say thank you. Now, and I also want to thank my, I got ahead of myself, and I also want to thank my in-laws. Definitely want to thank them. I want to thank them for 31 years allowing me to marry their daughter. I want to thank them personally, and while I have the opportunity, I want to thank them for the support that they're seeing us grow in the business. I want to thank them for not being a negative force in any way, which way decision that her and I made when it came to life and business. They always, as well as both sides, they always gave us here's the tools to succeed. It's how you do it. And I just want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for your opportunity and what you are. Brother-in-law, you always been there for me as well. So I want to thank you and cousin supports in this way. And I'm sorry I got ahead of myself because I really messed my speech up. I did. Back to you, son, and then I'm gonna get to my words. I just want to thank you for the man you have become, the man you was, and you always owned up to your responsibilities. And I knew that you were going to develop into whether it was in pest control or whether it would be something, because I remember when you and Elizabeth did. I remember when you called me and you said, Dad, you got a minute? Here we go. He said, it's not that you didn't tell me. It's not that I didn't know better. And I'm owning up to my responsibility. You get ready to be a grandparent. That's what he told me. And he said, but I'm scared. I said, well, son, if you wasn't scared, I'd be more nervous. Because the real man gonna be scared of responsibility until you know you got to do it. So I said, we're gonna do this together and you're gonna make it. But I said, well, what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to finish the course. You gotta finish, you can't be a quitter. You gotta do what you gotta do. But after the way, you're gonna have somebody else looking at you, and it's gonna be a little mouth feel. And what we Charleses don't do is run from our responsibility. That's what I saw in him. And as he started developing into this business, we was knocking heads. We was knocking heads because he brought that millennium. What's the word? Millennium. Word on into business. You know. And so we got past that. We definitely did. We got past that. And once we got past that, but he never missed work. He never asked for excuses because he was my son or his mom's son. He never done that. And I'm happy to say it before anybody's listening. He worked just as hard as these cats right now, if not better. He know what he's doing. I got to give him credit. I would look at you, but I'm trying to look straight. But my point is, he do not He do not make no excuse. You know what he said, Dad, I want you to sit down. Dad, I need to go do this. He messed up schedule just like I do. Because he's trying to put something in there, trying to help me. And I say, well, and I just be more grateful and honored to call you my son. Because you have really stand up, you're very respectful at the still age you is, 31. You're very respectful. Not only to me and your mom, to everybody in this room, and then others that's not in this room. You that man. And so you're going to have to carry this legacy on and show that what we do, we mean business about what we do. And I just want to thank you, and thank you for the man you become, the husband, and everything, and everything. I just thank you. I thank you. I guess I'll go around this way. Elizabeth, no, because he's right there. I'm going to get Elizabeth, thank you for coming into my son's life. Because he was somewhat, probably came back to enough kid. But the point is, you came, but you came from a family structure. That's what I'm blessed and glad. You came from a family structure we had. And that family structure helped mold what he already knew. He was already developing, but iron do sharpen iron. So he knew that. By him doing that, I just appreciate you and your open-mindedness to come along and do what expected to be done in a family business and never really, never really just falter on what we asked you to do. And I thank you very much. My dog, Courtney, amen. When he first started this, I was talking to Mark. Somebody started flipping. Every time I go to talk to Mark, she do a cartwheel. And I couldn't even talk to Mark. We gonna see her do a cartwheel. Had no clue that she was gonna do what she was doing. So, but Courtney had always been that one that she can blink in a blink of her eye. She got it done. She knows she was sharp. She was that woman. You just catch on. But what I did not know, that she had the vision that what we prayed about. The vision was our children's children. That was the vision. I said, Lord, if it's in your will, may it be our children's children, a legacy we can leave on. And we left it alone. So we asked Courtney as she was getting to get out of UNT, what's the plan? Because you gotta have plans. Everybody gotta have plans. What's the plan? Well, I think I'm gonna go do it. Okay, well, get a plan. Let's go make it happen. And she said, well, she didn't have a plan. So time was getting closer, and at Southwest, I'll never forget this. Southwest recruiter was trying to recruit Courtney for Southwest. And at that time, we asked her, Courtney, so what you gonna do? On to what you agree or what you gonna do? We need to find out what you're gonna be doing, because as your granddaddy told you over there, you're gonna be doing it a long time. Whatever you find to do, you're gonna be doing it a long time. Find something you wanna do. Okay. She came back and she said, what do I think, Daddy? Me. I said, well, I'm gonna put a philosophy in it. This is what I think. I said, now, you go do what's gonna best make you happy and take care of you in your career. But I said, well, Southwest, everybody know them around the world, right? So everybody knows Southwest name, and they know everything about Southwest. But with your education, with your grades, and what you can bring, you can help know your name on it. And I'm just leave it alone. Now you make the decision. I left options. I didn't tell her she had to come, but I gave her purpose. They didn't need no help going on there. We did. And that's something you can be proud to bring that name on. So she came back about a week later, said she gonna go on the floor. And since she been there, I thank God for what mom told me. It's hard work. Hard work. The mom was doing a lot. She was doing a lot behind the scenes that she never get credit. Hard to get credit, but they see us in the face. They see this. They see the name, see us, see the trucks, and she's taking care of that burden. She helped with that burden. And of course, you can't do it. But she came with that burden. And then what you tell your mother? Mom, I just didn't know you did that. It's called work. So anyway, and once you see it, but she is her daddy's child. Don't talk to me or her in the morning. It's gonna be a problem. Yeah, you my buddy, but let me get my coffee. There's a bit, I just go upstairs. Them two, I got to move around. They y'all caught on, huh? And then Courtney, same way. She ain't, in the morning, you let her do what she needs to do. But after a while, she's going to get into the mix-up. But I'm saying it in a joking way, but I want to say it in a positive way. Baby, you came along at a time, both of you and Marvin, and Elizabeth, Marvin and Courtney, but y'all came along at a time that God was putting things in place. He always gave us what I need. I remember a big account we got, you came right along. Then we had some more help, but they didn't stay close, so we had to plug that. But it was a void. He always gave Charles Pest Control what it needed to succeed in life, and I'm just so grateful and thankful. I'm so grateful and thankful for all that he has done and showed me. Because at 21 years old, I came home and I told my lovely wife, 24. I said, baby, I'm finna go back to school. That's what I told her. I said, story was, the late Jay Harris, he said to me how we got to this vision. And then I'm gonna take my seat. I can't sit down without God, I'm gonna take my seat. How we got to the point where we're at in the collective of everybody in this room. And the vision went like this. I don't even use this now. Now this is from what the heart is. This is what God said. To tell you the vision. I remember walking around outside of Mr. Charlie J, mentoring, helping. I remember Mr. J. Harris right here. And we were walking around Frito-Lay. And I saw this young man messing with him. We were driving forward. Just a simple warehouse. Just in the warehouse. And he was, I never seen pest control. I've never seen it ever in life. I don't even know what a truck looked like. But this man was walking around Frito-Lay and nosing and observing. I saw him. So, what is this man doing? So he kept walking, and I know one day I almost smashed him up behind the pallet. He was looking for rodents. So he was looking for it. He jumped from behind there and said, whoa. And I said, excuse me, what is it that you're doing? I said, what is it that you're doing? Why you messing with this, that, and the other? He said, well, I'm changing out rodent bait boxes. Didn't know that language, I'm changing out rodent bait boxes. And I said, oh, rats and things like that, right? He said, yes. I said, oh, okay. And he said, what is it that you do? I said, well, I'm over the sanitation department. You see, I make sure AIB scores, I make sure everything goes. He was new. He just got started. But I kept seeing him for about 3 weeks, walking around. And I said, well, if he can do that, I can do that too. That's what I was thinking. I said, if he can do it, I can do it too. So I called him one day and I said, Jay, did you see when AIB come in here? And I have to say something. I always say the negative about me, but the positive about me, I did my job to the most and the best because AIB, we always got good scores. We always made Frito-Lay look good. Now, I will say that. And with that being said, so they spoiled me in a way. They let me have my own little cleaning crew. They let me have my own time. So I had time to look around because my crew doing what they supposed to be doing. But I was watching him, he had one. So I said, oh, Jay, you ever see me, you ever think about getting you some help? You ever think about getting some help? He said, what do you mean, Mark? I said, well, you notice my crew, I got a crew, when AIB come in here, we don't have to go and look for our books, we don't have to look for our anything. We can come in and we keep doing what we're doing. But I tell you what, you're gonna need somebody, what if you take sick, you go on vacation, or you do something, who's gonna do yours? He thought about it. He said, well, and I said, see, it's gonna carry on, you guys know what to do. We all good scores, and we good. I said, you might want to think about that. Throw a bone now. He said, you might want to think about that. He said, son, he said, well, is this something that you've been through? I said, no, sir. Because I didn't want to think I was taking the job. So I said, no, I'm not interested at all. I'm just letting you know what you need to do. Then he said, well, you might want to think about it. He's personality, you'll be good at doing it. But at this time, I know he's trying to get the help. So I said, and then I had to realize I had a great job over here. So I said, okay. I said, well, no, Jay, I don't think I'm gonna pass this up. So he thought about it, he came back, he said, well, Marv, have you gave that any more thought? And I already had it in my mind. I said, yeah, Jay, but what I gotta do? He said, well, you're gonna have to go back to school, and you're gonna have to stop right there. I ain't doing that. When I met Mr. Henry Lee over there, he had me say, I said, nope, that's about to say, I ain't going back, nobody to school, I ain't doing it. I didn't say that, did I? I said, I ain't going to school, man. I said, man, I got a child, I got a baby, I got a house mortgage, now I just bought a first home. I don't need no more student loans, man. No. He said, whoa, Marv. That's what he called me. He said, whoa, wait a minute, Marv, wait a minute. Now, Frito-Lay got a program, and you go to school, they'll send you to school, and they will do this, that, and they will do this, and all you got to do is maintain and pass and do this. Now, I'm listening to him, but I'm still talking about payment. I ain't heard nothing free yet. So he said to me, well, won't you go in there and tell them, go in there and tell them that you want to go to school to do this and do pest control and help with you through the program. So I looked at him, and I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I looked at him, and Jay, he turned red. I said, Jay, I don't know what times you living in, but if I go in there and tell them folks, you see the better my family, they gonna run me out of here like I came in here. But I got a better idea. If you go in there and tell them what you need, they probably do it for you. That's what he told me. That's exactly what he told me. I told him, I said, now if you go tell them what you need, they probably do it for you. He said, Marv, I never heard it put that way. You're just being honest. I'm being real, man. They not gonna send me to school to better my family. I'm telling you that now. So you go do that. So he came out about 2 days later. He told me, he said, Marv, congratulations. They're gonna send you to school. And you know that thing came out of my mouth. But you gonna work for me. That was his plan. That was his plan. That was his plan, because I'm gonna get all the knowledge. And I was always told by wiser men than me, get all the knowledge and sense, get everything you can soak up. I remember all the mentors in this room used to tell me that. Get every knowledge and everything I can get. So I'm saying all that to say this. When I came home and told my lovely wife, you know her? Then I'm gonna finish with my cook. I came home and told my lovely wife, and this is another part why we're here now. I came home, she did the same thing. I said, baby, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna go back to school. She said, for what? I said, pest control. What? I said, yeah, pest control. So she said, what is that? I said, well, you know, it's gonna be, and I couldn't explain. So I was like, but they're gonna send me to school. But then, this is a serious note. I said, but baby, and then confirmation came in threes, because I got ahead of my story when she said that to me. They said, we had this vision, we were gonna own our own business one time. This was a vision. Then we not. We had that vision, but we didn't know what it was gonna be, but that's a lot of men and ladies' vision. They want to own their own business. But the vision was already getting molded. It was already getting molded, okay? So I came home and I said, Jonathan, what do you think about this? I said, not only am I gonna learn everything I can get, it pays more at Frito-Lay, because it was a good job. It was a good job. So it says it pays more, but I think we can go out there, and I didn't say entrepreneurship, that was too long of a word. I just said I'm a work for ourselves, you know. So anyway, I said, well, we can work for ourselves. And she said, you know what? You approve, this is her word. She said, you have proved one thing to me. I see how you love your family, and you love me. And as long as you trust God, I'm going to trust you. I promise that was the word she said. And I said to her, that's why the king thing comes in. And I said, I'm going to be the king you think I am, because I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to do this, and we're gonna make this vision work. So I went back, and I went to this class. And when I saw this class, and I saw all these people that know nothing about all these people, did not look like me. I saw all these people. I said, oh, some money to be made, bro. Because I know they chasing. So I said that and I meant that. So I came back to him and I asked Donegal, I said, well, this is what we're going to do. Then I had a dream. had a dream, and it said, Father Baptist called us with that logo that you see today. I woke up in the middle of the night. What do you think about this? She said, okay. Yeah, right. I said, no, this is a vision. This is a vision that I seen. I said, I see this vision. And I was going to call it All for One Pest Control. But I couldn't sleep. I tossed and turned about that word because I said, that don't have our name. And I wanted something that's going to carry name. So that's why we came up with Charles Pest Control and came up with the vision of Father by Pest. So this is the prayer that I had, ladies and gentlemen. I asked God, I said, God, if this is meant for me to be, I'm going to step out on your faith. I'm not going to turn around. I'm going to drown. You're going to have my back. You're going to give me push. I said, because you know what I have and you know what I need. I have a loving family. I got everything the average man got for business. So I'm not going to do nothing to do this. And I asked him, I said, but if you do this one thing for me, I will step out and I'll never look back. If you would give me a contract equaling one of my, close enough my salary, I would walk out. When I left Frito-Lay, and I know this is going to be a vision that's going to be carried on. God honors, and he honors, and he likes faithful in believing what he said he's going to do. And when he tested me at that word, because it didn't come that day, it came 6 months later. When I asked that, because I prayed about it, and I remember him, I said, if you give me this one contract, I won't turn back and look at it. And I was at Frito-Lay. I didn't get laid off. I did not get fired.